Hey guys, it's Will, it's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for finding us. If you want to give us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment and all that stuff, it would be much appreciated. Obviously, only do that if you like this video, if you like what I'm talking about, if you like Hong Kong movies, if you like Blu-rays, physical media, and all the fun things that I talk about on this channel. A huge shout out to our patrons. Our channel would not be operating at the level at which it is operating without the people who contribute in Patreon. It's been really fun doing Patreon. I do exclusive videos in there, movie reviews and stuff like that. I do wicked early releases, so videos that go up in Patreon months before they come up here. I do polls occasionally. I just did our first giveaway, which was really fun to do in Patreon exclusive giveaway. So huge shout out to everyone who contributes to the channel monetarily in that way. So what are we here to talk about today? Eureka Entertainment. Hell yeah, you know I love Eureka Entertainment. I actually just finished recording a review of a Eureka movie, which will be up on the channel on Monday, the 19th of June, if I'm not mistaken. That's when we're trying to get it out. They just released, or they just announced, excuse me, their releases for September of 2023. This fall is going to be absolutely insane. End of summer into the fall. I'm terrified. I'm already having trouble keeping up with all the releases that are coming out, and now a shitload more stuff is being released, and I'm just like, oh, how am I going to do this all? But I'm going to try. So I'm going to talk about all three releases. One of these is a Hong Kong film that people are really excited about, because I swear to God, every month someone asks me, hey, do you know when this movie is coming out, or if the one in the labels is putting it out? And now we all know. And then the other two movies are not Hong Kong, but one is kind of like an all-time classic. So like, you know, people who watch this channel love movies in general. I'll talk about that. And then another one is a movie I personally really like, so I just want to talk about that because I'm excited about it. So She Shoots Straight, directed by Corey Yun, which features Sammo Hung, among others. Joyce Godenzi is also in the film, who was married to Sammo Hung. Karina Lau. This is a Girls with Guns movie from 1990. A lot of people have been really clamoring for more Girls with Guns films from the boutique labels, so this is super exciting for fans of that genre. Joyce Godenzi stars in this violent action classic about a newlywed police officer who battles a Vietnamese gang whilst also trying to impress her new in-laws. Inspector Mina is a career-focused officer who has just married her supervisor, played by Tony Leung Ka-fai, who is in Election, which I just rewatched thanks to Chameleon Films. I freaking love that movie so much. Who himself comes from a family of dedicated police officers. Her new sisters-in-law, including Karina Lau, who's in Ashes of Tam and Days of Being Wild, the Wong Kar-wai films, are a little jealous that Mina outranks them. But when a gang of violent Vietnamese criminals, led by the always excellent Yuen Wah, hell yeah, from Eastern Condors and Dragons Forever and blah, 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 target the family, the sisters unite into a lethal force of vengeance. Also starring Sammo Hung and directed by Corey Yun, who directed Yes, Madam and Righting Wrongs. And, you know, She Shoots Straight is another slice of top-tier Hong Kong action, newly restored in 2K and making its debut on Blu-ray. Now, I've actually never seen this movie before, so I'm really, really excited about it because it'll give me an opportunity to see it for the first time. And I do really like Girls with Guns films, but I just haven't seen this one. And obviously, you know, I love Sammo Hung, so that's exciting. So this is, it includes a limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling. That is the first 2,000 copies. 1080p presentation on Blu-ray of the original Hong Kong theatrical cut from a brand new 2K restoration. Original Cantonese mono audio, optional English dubbed audio, optional English subtitles, newly translated, for this release, a brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Zhang. I never get tired of saying that, and I never get tired of listening to Frank's audio commentary, so that'll be really, really fun. And a brand new feature-length audio commentary by action cinema experts Mike Leader and Arna Venema. So all the favorites are on here, hell yeah. English opening and closing credits, trailers, reversible sleeve design, and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by James Oliver. Dude, I'm super, super excited. This comes out on the 18th of September 2023. So then I told you there were two other movies that I wanted to talk to you about, one of them being a personal favorite of mine that I'm really, really, really freaking excited about. And I should also say, I first saw this movie only like 4 or 5 years ago, and I just freaking loved it. So it's not like a movie I've loved since childhood, even though it is from my childhood. It actually came out the year I was born, to date myself. Valley Girl, hell yes. Directed by Martha Coolidge and starring Deborah Foreman and Nicolas Cage. This is a coming-of-age, like, comedy 80s teen movie. So I love this for multiple reasons. One, if you watch this channel or if you listen to our podcast or anything like that, you'll know I love coming-of-age movies. I love them, and I really love the 80s ones. I love the John Hughes movies. I just rewatched Pretty in Pink like a week or two ago. I just watched Pitch Perfect again the other day. I watched Easy A with Emma Stone. Like, I love these movies. I watched Breakfast Club recently. Like, I love them, and I watch them a lot. Y Tu Mamá También is one of, obviously not a John Hughes movie, not an 80s movie, but one of my favorite movies ever. And so I loved that about Valley Girl. It's like such an 80s movie, but another thing I loved about it is a great LA movie. And it has this almost kind of documentary type of feel that even though it is like an 80s teen movie that's not dissimilar from like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and stuff, it has this kind of feel of just like people drifting through the city of LA, in the valley and in Hollywood, and like amazing locations throughout LA, and showing multiple sides of what LA is like. And it's just, I love this movie. So this is a limited edition box set. So I'm going to try to pick this up. And you know what? I might even be a dick and review this on the channel, even though it has nothing to do with Hong Kong movies. But I'm doing my cheat day segment now. So maybe in September, I'll do a special edition of the cheat day segment, which is where I cover non-Hong Kong movies, and I'll cover Valley Girl. So Martha Coolidge's totally awesome cult comedy makes its UK home video debut in time for its 40th anniversary. Wait, this is the UK home video debut? How have you been living without this movie, people of the UK? God. Randy, Nicolas Cage in his first major role, and is he Randy? And Julie, played by Deborah Foreman, make an unlikely couple. He's a Hollywood punk and she's a preppy rich girl from the San Fernando Valley. I think she's the main character in this movie. I think it's interesting that they list him first, probably because Deborah Foreman is not nearly as famous as Nicolas Cage, but to me, she's the main character. Although all her friends think Randy is a total grody, Julie's in love and has to choose between her vapid Valley Girl lifestyle and her new boyfriend. Featuring a hit-packed new wave soundtrack, Eureka Classics is proud to present Valley Girl from a stunning 4K restoration. So it's a limited edition box set, 3,000 copies. Limited edition hardbound slipcase featuring new artwork by Sam Gilby. I really like the artwork on this too, by the way. 1080p HD presentation on Blu-ray from a 4K scan of the original negatives, optional English SDH, new audio commentary by Maya Montañez Smolker, author of Liberating Hollywood, Women Directors and the Feminist Reform of 1970s American Cinema, and Maria Sanfilippo, audio commentary with director Martha Coolidge, awesome, new interview with Deborah Foreman, hell yeah, new interview with Colleen Camp, Valley Girl in Conversation, 2018 interview with director Martha Coolidge and actress E.G. Daly, and Heidi Holliker, Martha Coolidge and Nicolas Cage on Valley Girl, a huge selection of archival interviews and cast and crew totaling 3 hours. This is amazing. 20 totally tubular years later, 2003 featurette, the music of Valley Girl featurette, music video, storyboard comparison, original theatrical trailer, and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by Alexandra Heller Nicholas, and Craig Ian Mann. And this is out on the 18th of September, 2023. And then we have an all-time classic that Eureka has actually released before, that then they are putting out in a limited edition 4K Ultra HD box set. It is Touch of Evil. Orson Welles, absolutely classic noir film from 1958. And this is coming out on the 25th of September, 2023, so a week after the other two. Touch of Evil begins with one of the most brilliant sequences in the history of cinema. If you've ever taken like a directing class or a cinema studies class, you've probably seen, especially if you covered old Hollywood and film noir and stuff, you've probably seen the opening of this film. I saw it multiple times in multiple classes. And it ends with one of the most brilliant final scenes ever committed to celluloid. In between unfurls a picture whose moral, sexual, racial, and aesthetic attitudes remain so radical as to cross borders established not only in 1958, but in the present age also. Charlton Heston portrays Mike Vargas, the Mexican chief of narcotics, who sets out to uncover the facts surrounding a car bomb that has killed a wealthy American businessman on the U.S. side of the border. As Vargas investigates, his newlywed wife, Susie, played by Janet Leigh 2 years before Hitchcock's Psycho, is kidnapped by a gang out to exact revenge for the prosecution of the brother of their leader, Akim Tamaroff. That's the actor who plays him. Meanwhile, Vargas's inquiries become progressively more obfuscated by the American cop Hank Quinlan, played by Welles himself in one of the most imposing and unforgettable screen performances of his career, a besotted incarnation of corruption who alternately conspires with Susie's captors and seeks solace in the brothel of the gypsy madam, played by Marlene Dietrich, hell yes, shout out to Weimar, Germany, who comforted him in bygone times. Welles's final studio system picture has at last become secure in its status as one of the greatest films ever made. It remains a testament to the genius of Welles, a film of Shakespearean richness, inexhaustible. The Masters of Cinema series is extremely proud to present Touch of Evil in its UK debut on Ultra HD Blu-ray. So, special features. This is a limited edition box, 3,000 copies, much like Valley Girl. Limited edition hard case featuring new artwork by Tony Stella. 4K UK or UHD Blu-ray presentation of all 3 versions. Hell yeah. presented on Dolby Vision HDR, the theatrical 95-minute version, the preview version, which is 109 minutes, and the 1998 reconstruction, which is 110 minutes, across 2 UHD discs. A limited edition 100-page book featuring new writings by Orson Welles, Francois Truffaut, Andre Bazin, and Terry Comito. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Interview excerpts of Welles, a timeline of the film's history, 2 new essays by critic Richard Combs, and rare stills and imagery. 4 audio commentaries featuring restoration producer Rick Schmidlin, great freaking name, on the reconstructed version, actors Charlton Heston and Janet Leigh with Schmidlin on the reconstructed version, critic F.X. Feeney on the theatrical version. I've either heard a commentary or read an essay or something by that person before. That name is really familiar. And Wells scholar James Narramore and Jonathan Rosenbaum on the preview version. New video interview with critic, broadcaster, and cultural historian Matthew Sweet. Isn't that the name of the guy? Sick of myself when I look at you. Is that Matthew Sweet? That song's a fucking banger. He's from Nebraska too, right? My wife is from Nebraska. New video interview with critic Tim Roby. New video interview with author and critic Kim Newman. Bringing Evil to Life and Evil Lost and Found, 2 video pieces featuring interviews with cast and crew as well as critics and admirers, a new video essay on different versions of the film in the original theatrical trailer. So it is a mammoth set for Touch of Evil, released in 1958. That is coming out on the 25th of September 2023, and then the 18th of September we get Valley Girl, really exciting for me, and then also She Shoots Straight, classic Hong Kong Girls with Guns movie. So let me know what you think about those releases in the comments. My name is Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.